All right, hey guys. So this video we posted about a year ago, and I was sitting here looking at it thinking most people probably don't fully understand what's going on here, so I thought I'd repost it and just kind of talk what we're doing here. But these are two generators that were in this old warehouse that were used years ago. They actually put them in and then built the building around them. And when they went to sell them, they sold them for a ton of money to someone in Mexico. You can actually see we're winching these through a building because the building was built around them. So we had to actually cut that pipe there to get our winch lines through. And there's a shot of the rotator. And we went through about, probably 50 to 60 yards through that building and then through that pipe. And these generators, one of them weighs 110,000 pounds. One of them weighs a little over 70,000 pounds. Which is an insane amount of weight. And we got called to do this because they didn't know how to get these things out, and they called a bunch of companies, and finally they called us, and we said, yeah, we can get her done. But you can see we had to pull it out of the building first, and then there we have snatch blocks turning it so that we can get it through. And I can't remember the exact width of that thing, but the exact width of that was like an inch less than the smallest part that we had to get it through the alleyway. So it was really tight, and there's a shot of that coming here in just a second. But yeah, there, as you can see, our truck barely fit in that alleyway, and this is after we pulled it with the rotator. There's a shot, you can barely fit a piece of paper through that in between there, and that's the other side. At the exact same time we took that picture, and that's the other side of it. So it was really tight. There's a panoramic shot of bringing it all the way through the alley and then all the way out, and that was the smaller of the generator. This is the big one. This one's 110,000 pounds. The resistance, the amount of resistance that we needed to overcome to pull that was an enormous amount. So we had two trucks on it, and I think we get a pretty good shot of all the different lines that we have on this. There's a video of it loading up. We have the load cell on it, and we have radios, and we can tell, what our working load limit is, braking load limit. So we're watching that load cell, and on the radios at the same time you can see this thing move, and that's building resistance. All of a sudden that thing just goes and moves forward. It was so heavy that it actually broke through the concrete. We didn't get a video of it, but in just a little bit it broke through the concrete, and there's power that runs underneath, and it was the loudest noise, and it was so bright. And everybody, was stopped and was like, don't touch anything metal, don't touch the wires. And we killed the power. And then we were able to get it jacked back up and then pulled back out. But here you can see all the snatch blocks and all the different anchors that we had to use and run all these different lines to it. And we're also constantly moving these pallets that we put oil over to try and, get it a little easier resistance to overcome. And so there's another shot of pulling it through. There's the rotator, super narrow in there, really difficult to get, but there's a video. You can see it pulling just a little bit at a time. It would build resistance, then it would come a little bit. Build resistance, then come a little bit. And we had a lot of snatch blocks on this thing. It was quite an ordeal. It was a 3-day job. It was a lot of fun. It was a challenge. We love challenges. That's why we wanted to do this job. We wanted to do different things and things that were, not just the norm every day. We love the different challenges to things. But went into the nighttime, as you can tell. This is about 11 o'clock at night because the driver was coming to move these things to Mexico the next day. So we needed to make sure that they were all the way out and ready to lift the next morning. That's the next morning with both of them out. And we're going to get ready to lift. We have the rotator on one side and one of our heavies on the other side of the smaller generator, and there's a shot there. You can see we're hooked to it, and we just lift it in the air about 4 or 5 feet, and then the trailer actually backs up into it underneath of it, and then we let it down. It was a pretty fun job. It was a lot of work. There's another shot. So we have the rotator on one side of the really heavy generator. This generator is 110,000 pounds. And then we have two heavies on the other side. And that's the lift. We lift it up and the trailer comes underneath. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.